Hello, awesome people. I hope you are having just an absolutely amazing and blissful day today. Today we're taking a look at the 6-page short story, sort of. You might consider a short story. It's called From the Parchments of Pnom by Clark Ashton Smith. It's the first short story in this collection, the Tsathoggua Cycle, which I just talked to you about and such forth. I'll link it in the comments below. This was probably for free too, so I'll probably, since most of this stuff, I'll also try to find you a free one. It was published by Chaosium and so forth, and this is basically a telling. It basically tells behind the scenes. It wasn't really meant for publication and so forth. It tells the behind the scenes relationships, identities of all the bad guys from Cthulhu and so forth, and psychotherapy, their relations and such, and all their deities and their backgrounds, relations, sexualities, all reproductions. There's even a family tree at the end. So that's basically what this is. So but it's told first part in the reality, like the actual thing, rather than just a letter that's been published, right? And so forth. So it is in the style of the thing, but it gives a lot of secrets away by Clark Ashton Smith. So it might not be the best thing for you to start with. As a Cthulhu Mythos follower and so forth, right? I'm not a big fan of the Cthulhu, of the August Derleth era of Generation 2, where he sort of really pulled the wool out from behind, these things, introduces the big war, the elemental things, has a huge number of things in his generation, and then Carter in Generation 3 really pushes that forward. And so, of course, so seeing this really is, it may not be the best. But anyway, or have it start a collection. Do. There you go. That's from the manuscripts of Pnom. For your folks by Clark Ashton Smith. I read it last night, and the prelude to this, which was also 6 pages long, in about half an hour. Did not take much of your time. It won't take that much of your time either. Once again, I'll link it to you in case you're interested. Since it's not really a short story in the traditional sense with a plot and a story structure or anything like that, I can't really give it a rating. So I'm not going to traditionally rate it because it's like rating a DM manual. How do you rate a Dungeon Master's manual? Right? There's not really anything rated against, right? It's just a bunch of behind the world stuff. It's basically the plot. It's like a Matt Dragon article that gives some information about a family tree, and all their sexualities and who had who and all that stuff. Right, and so there you are. So I'll go ahead and leave you to it. That is my thoughts on it. So if you like this, once again, hit the subscribe button, like button, the bell icon if you're feeling frisky. And then finally, I just want to thank you so much, for taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my video, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening, right, in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. And then finally, this channel's name, The Worst Thing About New Books. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was keeping us from reading the old ones, right? And this is definitely older stuff that's written decades and decades ago, back in the pulp era. But it is very heavily influential. Clark Ashton Smith is hugely influential on our modern stuff. From Dungeons and Dragons like Castle Amber, or the Gaseous short story that's in here. Or other stuff too. Great stuff, love it lots. And so he's out there, good stuff, and heavily influential even today. So it's worth your time learning more about it and such. So there you are. I'll go ahead and leave you to it. Thanks again, and have a great day.